Yo ninjas, welcome back to the show NinjaBox, Ishhh, and what did you eat today? So today we're gonna draw something special once again. I drew this drawing, this tiger man for my Ninjamothers Bday a while ago when I just finished watching the latest Demon Slayer Season 1 and the movie in cinema, Demon Slayer Mugen Train. So here's the drawing. Let's go! So this drawing I made for my mother's Bday because I wanted to draw her a tiger like most of the times when I draw a Bday. It's sort of a tradition when I make drawings for my Ninjamothers Bday. I really love her and am thankful that she supports me in any way, shape and form. Because not everybody has it, I have it, and I am really grateful for that, so thank you very much. So most of the times I draw a drawing for my Ninjamothers Bday because it's sort of a tradition every single year, and if you look over the years of drawings I made, maybe I should collect them at some point and show them, but most of the times I draw like a tiger kind of drawing because that's her favorite animal. It's cool to make a new version every year, right? Even though I mostly draw a tiger, that doesn't mean it always has to look the same. And since I watched the latest Demon Slayer Season 1 and the movie, well, it's not late for you ninjas probably if you've already seen it. I'm a bit late at the party here, yeah. But I got inspired by that face, that head of that Sasuke, Yusuke, Sanosuke. Well, you know the pig guy from Demon Slayer. Even though I hadn't seen Demon Slayer yet, or before I saw it, I already saw this character everywhere with the memes and everything, even though I knew nothing about it. So I kinda got spoiled with the character before I even knew what the character was. But I still enjoyed Demon Slayer and the movie, Season 1. The manga's already finished, I believe. But I guess I wait for the next season and see when it will come out. So for this piece of manga works, I mostly use the same techniques and tools for this kind of drawing. So I mostly go with the sketching first, then the inking, and afterwards the coloring. I believe in this one I did it a little bit different because it had to be done on time, because there was a deadline and I had to skip some things here and there because I had to go faster, like a train, like a Mugen train. So for this drawing I drew it on thicker paper and did the sketching. And afterwards I added the lines with some fine liners in this case because they dry faster, meaning you can erase the sketch lines faster. Like a lot of the times when I draw manga with the G pen and it dries up, there's always this little part that's still wet. Even though I used the hairdryer and paper to dry the drawing up, most of the times, even if it's just a little bit, there's always this little smudge that will happen when it's not dried good yet. And it kind of sucks sometimes. And yeah, if you're digital, you don't have this issue, you know, if you draw manga. But I like to draw traditional. Sometimes I draw with the micro fine liners, and that doesn't mean it looks bad or whatever necessarily. But when you draw with the G pen, I feel like at least when I do it, the lines look different because the fine liners have a set focus point, a set size, in a sense that pressure is less effective with fine liners. You can do more lines to make lines thicker and thinner, of course, but with the G pen, you kinda have to only do it once. Well, not always. You can also make it thicker here and there where it's needed, of course. But the strength of the G pen, I feel like, is the pressure point. So you can control the lines from thick to thin. With the fine liners, I feel that's less. Okay, you can press it less hard, and then the lines kind of have the same effect. But yeah, for this one, I think it still went good for this drawing to use the fine liners, and where it's needed, you can make the lines thicker and thinner. Recently also was at this comic store and the dude said like, yeah, your drawings, the lines are not too thick and thin, or at least in that's sort of the conclusion, that I should do that more. And maybe you can see that in my work if you've seen my work. So yeah, that's something to work on, I suppose. What do you think? But yeah, for this drawing, I enjoyed making it. It was late at night, I remember. As you can see, the design of this drawing, it was inspired in a sense that you have a human body and an animal head. But it doesn't mean only Demon Slayer did it, of course. There are many times I drew drawings before this with a human body and an animal shaped head. Demon Slayer reminded me of it again, and to put the tiger in a different twist, like having a tiger in the drawing, but not completely tiger, always had to make a change here, or wanted to make a change here to not always keep it the same. I drew many tigers and I wanted to keep the tiger theme in this piece this year once again in 2021. So that's what we did, and yeah, I think it looked alright, maybe a bit static here and there. Can always improve, more dynamic poses. I had to be fast and it had to be finished fast, and I'm not good at drawing fast, complicated drawings yet. I didn't want to make this drawing rushed, so I was more in my comfort zone in this drawing, I believe, because it's more of a front pose instead of more of an anime dynamic pose, which you can kind of see the design of it here, even though it's only one drawing and a design needs many drawings, front, side, back perspective and all that stuff to have a complete character design. But in this one there's one front character design attempt in this drawing, and with the colors I played a bit here and there what to make the colors look like and that it sort of matches, but have this samurai-esque, ninja-esque, tiger-themed character with colored things there and make the colors not conflicting but alright with each other. And yeah, that samurai blade, that ninja blade just had to be there and have it a bit Japanese, Demon Slayer-ish inspired, themed, you know, like with Sasuke, Yunosuke, Susuke, the big guy kinda character. Even though the guy had a mask on, this might not be a mask. Or is it? What do you think? Is it a mask or is it an actual head? Well, actually, when I watched Demon Slayer, the anime, I thought the big guy actually had a face like that. But then it was a mask, so I was a bit surprised. And like most of the times, drawings like these, I go with the same process, sketching, inking, coloring. You know, it's kind of repetitive, not always exactly the same, because in this case, because it has to be done fast, I drew it on thick paper to do everything on the same paper. The sketching, the inking and the coloring. To be more safe, I sketch separately, so I sketch on the normal paper, A4 sized printer paper, then ink it on a bit thicker paper, 160 grams most of the times, and then afterwards color it on Copic marker paper. So by scanning in the inked drawing on the 160 grams paper, scan it in, get it to the computer, print it out on Copic marker paper with the printer. The Copic marker paper is really thin, but it's alright, and also because the marker sticks better, color sticks better on that type of paper, and you waste less paper because it's thin. Like if you color on thick paper with your markers, the paper will absorb more marker, which is why you have to use more fluid out of the marker, which is why your marker dies faster because you draw on thick paper. Unless you let it absorb as less as possible, maybe on the long term your markers will die out faster because you draw on a thick paper. Then again, maybe you can add more layers on thicker paper because it's thicker and it can absorb more, but maybe don't overthink it and experiment with it. With the Copic marker paper, it also feels like, or it looks like most of the times when I do this, that the colorfulness on the Copic marker paper gets presented better than on the normal thick 300 grams or 160 grams normal paper. So I believe there are strengths in coloring on Copic marker paper versus on normal paper, especially on printer paper. That's not a good idea, man. And if you do it, definitely put stuff behind the paper so that if it bleeds through the paper, that your normal eating table or whatever, wherever you draw, doesn't get all these marker things on it. Unless you have an old table, that it doesn't matter if you do that. But that's something also to keep in mind when you know, coloring with Copic markers or other markers in general, or inking, you know, that's also things that come with the process when you make manga drawings like this. But overall, I think, yeah, I've never drawn this before. I believe a tiger head with a human body and with samurai demon slayer kinda, yeah, samurai-ish, ninja style, Japanese influences, sakura blossoms here and there, these little particles flowing around there. And later at the and you're adding some of those white lines on the clothes to give it a bit of that pattern, you know, to not keep it too boring in a sense that, yeah, that Asian-ish kind of look. Like in Indonesia, you have clothes called batik, and these clothes have these patterns. It's really aesthetic. It's like sort of art piece made on your clothes, you know, not just a bland color on your clothes, but this whole pattern that I believe make by hand. It's like custom made, I think, or maybe with, I don't exactly know how they do it. It looks quite cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if I always will dress like that. I actually, it's been a while since I wore those kind of clothes. The killer thing also with those types of clothes when drawing manga. If you have all these patterns in your clothes, you have to draw those characters every time, you know, and the patterns need to be correct. And that's a pain, man, if you have like these detailed clothes and every single panel you have to draw it like that. Maybe if they are in the distance, it's less about the details because you cannot see the details if they are in the distance. That's why, yeah, I enjoy also One Piece. Edgar Oda's works with the smaller figures sometimes and scale. The shapes of the character are important, you know, that you can see from a distance. Oh yeah, that's this character, and it's like symbolism in a sense. Shapes matter. But yeah, that was a bit of that ranting next to drawing this tiger demon slayer, this tiger samurai. Oh, that might be an interesting title for a new anime show. Tiger Samurai! Yeah, so this guy having a tiger head and being a samurai. Samurai! Pizza cat or a demon slayer. So yeah, ninjas, thank you very much for watching this drawing. Hopefully you learned something or got entertained in a way by some things I've said, or just you like to listen to some ranting about manga related stuff. Yes, have you finished Demon Slayer yet? It's an anime. Or manga. Manga's already done. Anime's not. Anime looks super B, super A, super great. So definitely recommend it. But yeah, I enjoyed drawing this drawing. My ninja mother liked it. I believe she loved it. So happy with that and mission accomplished. Because that was the goal of this drawing. But hey, as a kid with a supporting parent, mostly they say it's good, right? But next to that, you have to get the hearts of you ninjas, right? Your hearts, so that you enjoy what I draw, you know? Cannot only be your ninja parents if you want to make it a business, or at least live from it, in a sense. And yeah, you can say it's not about the money, but then again, it's also about the money in order to keep drawing things like this. They need to sell, right? The skill needs to be there, but also the business. And I don't like the business. I just want to draw the things and not do all that marketing stuff. But hey, if you are on your own in a sense, and you have not a marketing guy or a selling guy, you have to do it all. Put all those hats on yourself, but hey, if you grow nicely, you can always expand, you know? There are many ways. What is the ways of the Ninjakees? With you ninjas. Yes. Well, thank you for listening to this rant. Hopefully you enjoyed watching these kinds of drawings. Have you already watched the Demon Slayer anime, or what anime are you watching? Or manga? I have still a whole list that I have to still check out. Watch here and there. Recently finished The Boys on Amazon, season 1 and 2. That's a good show about superheroes, but it's not the standard cliche shit. And also recently, later, I finished also Invincible, which is also not the standard superhero shit, and I enjoyed it. Definitely. So yeah, ninjas, what did you entertain lately? Anime, games, series, anything, let me know in the comments. Because why not? You know, yeah, why should you even let me know it? I don't know. To have some conversation here. Maybe I can use your comments in the next videos and have it as a seed to lead to next things for the future. Okay, enough of the ranting. Ninjas, if you want to stay notified the fastest when the live streams are up, when I draw drawings, definitely check out my Twitch and follow there and ring the bell. And subscribe on YouTube and ring the bell if you haven't already, to stay notified the fastest when the live streams are up and running once again. Next to that, you can also check out my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram /Ninjakees. When live streams are up and running once again as well, I mostly will upload over there. When live streams are up, next to that I will eventually also upload all these artworks, or most of the artworks, over there as well. So yeah, definitely if you want to see that, follow it over there, stay notified. Yes. So yeah, ninjas, that's it for this video. Yes, what you gonna do this weekend? Enjoy and make the best out of it. Thank you for joining once again, ninjas, NinjaBox, Ishhh, and see you ninjas next time. Ninjakees. Ninjakees. Thanks for joining once again, Ninjas, NinjaBox, Ishhh, and see you ninjas next time. Ninjakees out.